Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our program of Akauta. Today, we have the great pleasure to welcome Mr. Akhilesh Parmanu from Art of Living. You're the Senior Faculty of Art of Living. Welcome.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Well, you're not new to our program. You already come, but today, for a special purpose, we're going to talk about the visit of Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar in Mauritius. My first question, Akhilesh ji, how excited in Mauritius about the visit of Gurudev?
Excitement is in the air of Mauritius. All the volunteers here are working, preparing for it, inviting everybody in Mauritius to be there, to meet him, to join the program, experience his, presence there, in that music and meditation.
It is not going to be his first visit in Mauritius, right?
No, he has come here around 18 years back. Yeah, he's coming after a long time, but he's giving us some good 3-4 days, and we all can have a good time with him.
And for this time, any special purpose why he's coming to Mauritius?
Gurudev travels across the world. He travels around 35 to 40 countries every year. For last maybe 40 years, he's doing that. Yeah, and his message is always the same. The peace, life is a celebration, and to experience that. So he's coming for that here, and spread the same message of peace, especially in the current times, which is much needed. Yeah.
It's really a great thing for the whole Mauritian population, whole Mauritian public, because a great personality the world is looking up to. He's coming to our island or Mauritius. Well, for those who they don't know about Gurudev, tell us a brief about Gurudev. Who is Sri Ravi Shankar?
Gurudev is a person whose mission is to bring smile on every face on this planet. And he's working day and night for last many years to bring peace to this world. And for his initiatives, he has got the highest civilian awards of so many countries, including India, including Suriname, including Paraguay, including Colombia. And we are working at so many places. We are working amongst youth, we are working amongst all these individuals, corporate world, in the government, wherever the stress is there. He's out there to make a difference in people's life. Even in prison, we conduct programs. Even amongst the Naxalites, terrorists, we conduct the program to make them let go of the path of violence and come to the mainstream of the society. So he's doing that all across the world for last so many years.
And he founded the Art of Living Society.
Yes. He founded Art of Living Foundation and also the International Association for Human Values. And both of these organizations are working in around, I say, 180 countries right now. Yes.
And what is the main objectives of Art of Living?
As I always keep on saying, that life is an art.
Okay.
We all are living that art, but maybe somewhere, there is some stress. There is something that is so not so good. We all are living. We are doing quite well. So how to make our life beautiful? And only when a person becomes stress-free and beautiful from inside, peaceful from inside, we can have a peaceful society. So that is what Art of Living is all about.
And concerning the great visit of Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar ji, what are the main events that are going to happen?
Yeah, so one main event is in SVICC on 4th in the evening, where we are having a music and meditation evening with him around 6 o'clock. And also we conduct so many prison programs across the world. So in that program, on that evening, we are going to sign a MOU with the prison department here, because we conduct prison programs across the world, including in Mauritius.
Okay.
So that is something that we're going to have. And then on 7th in the morning, we have a program for the corporate, all those people who are, the topic is called The Journey Within. And the purpose is to have an inner peace and outside dynamism. That's the purpose somewhere, to have inner peace at the same time outside achieving in the world. So all those who want to achieve a lot at the same time have that balance of inner peace, that program is for them. So that's the two main programs that we have.
Programs with the corporate people, okay, we know about it. We usually watch videos. But this is quite new to us, programs with the prisons programs, like you could just call it. Tell us more about that.
Gurudev says very nicely, says, behind every culprit, there is a victim crying for help. And he believes in it. We all believe in it. So normally we send people to prison for whatever they have done.
Mm-hmm.
But the purpose of art of living somewhere is to give them the tools and techniques to come out of the aggression that they have, the tendencies that they have, and so that they can, when they come back, they're a better person. And we are conducting this program across the world. I know in US we do it, in Canada we do it, in Denmark we do it, of course in India we do it. In Mauritius, almost 250 people have done prison program, and we are going to have more for sure. So this is something, when you handle the stress, when you handle the root cause, the person can become a better version of their own self, and that's what the purpose is, the intention is.
I think that's why Mahatma Gandhi once said that to kill the sin of the sinner.
Yes.
Concerning about, talking about Gurudev's visit in Mauritius, you just said that Gurudev have traveled the whole world in many countries. So we'd like to know about the influence of Gurudev teachings in all these countries.
No, I think time is too short to even talk about it, but still let me give an example. If you know Colombia, and you know what used to happen there with FARC, the rebel army there, there's so much of fight that was going on for last, if I'm not wrong, some 40, 50 years. And some hundred of thousands of people would have died maybe. And Gurudev visiting the place, our volunteers working there, they left the path of violence and they have come to the mainstream. And it's a well-documented thing. So I'm talking about something like this. I know in India, there's so many Naxalites and terrorists, they have given up, the path of violence. I know there are so many people who used to be in so much of stress, their life got transformed because of the tools and techniques that Gurudev has brought to us to handle the stress. So I myself have traveled at least to 20, 30 countries, and I've seen how excited, how strong, how committed the volunteers are. And they are committed to make this world a better place because of the teachings and the commitment that this organization and the teaching brings to us.
You are connected to the foundation, Art of Living Foundation. You know Mauritian society. So what are your expectations, Art of Living Foundation's people expectation after Gurudev's visit?
I think it can start with that evening, of course, for sure. It is going on, of course. He has come before also in 2006, if I'm not wrong. And after 18 years, he's coming. So of course, let's come, let's celebrate this diversity, the peace, which Mauritian culture exemplifies, if you see. I go around Mauritius, I see people of different culture coming together, staying together. The world family, which Gurudev talks about, Mauritius is an example of that. So I'm sure we'll continue to become better as a person and as a society. I'm sure for that.
And during Gurudev's visit, he has kept one special day for the Mauritian society, Mauritian people at SVICC, right?
Yes. So we are coming up with some Mauritian, culture, some music, which is very local to people here. Of course, he's here to talk to the Mauritian people. His message of peace, and which is not just a message for the sake of saying, but as an action. That how can we make this world a better place to live? And that has to be done because people who are happy, people who are peaceful, we have to work together. We have to work together to make this world a better place. Many times I say that the way the terrorists are or the wrong people are committed in their life. They don't think that, today I will not do this just because I have reins, just because I have something. They are so committed. We have to be committed for peace. We have to be committed for happiness. We have to be committed to be stress-free. And we need to work on that. Yeah, so that is what the whole purpose of that evening with Mauritian people.
Talking about Gurudev's teachings, would like to know, are Gurudev teachings only for Art of Living Foundation followers or people related to Indian culture, Indian religion, or for the whole community, whole society, for the whole world?
Gurudev believes in world one family. And that's why if you see the organization, whether you go from North Pole to South Pole, everywhere in 180 plus countries, we are there. You know, if it is of one culture or, some small teaching and all, you cannot, it's all inclusive. It's not exclusive for anybody. And till the time you are breathing, till the time you want to be happy, till the time you want to be peaceful, and you want to sort of spread this peace across the world, this knowledge is for you. And the best part that I like about this whole teaching is these are very experiential teachings. They're not just theory, you should be happy, you should be stress-free. No, the point I have seen with Gurudev is how can you be stress-free? How can you be more peaceful? How can you be more happy? The tools and techniques is what he is interested in, not just saying that you should be happy. Yeah? How to be happy? If you're not happy, what to be done? Yeah? So the practical approach, the scientific approach of the art of living and Gurudev is what that personally appeals to me a lot. And I have seen so many people, especially youth, especially people who have scientific mind. They have this appeal because it's very scientific, it's very experiential.
Having the visit of such a great personality, Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankarji in Mauritius, it's a great thing in itself for the Mauritian society. Have you ever met Gurudev personally?
Yes, I have so many times, to be very frank. And one thing on a personal basis I have seen, normally the closer you go to people, many times you find faults. We have a tendency. Here, the more closer I have gone to him, the more I have been in that, awe that how committed he can be, how sensitive and sensible he is, the perfect combination of both. That is something that has really appealed to me, yes.
Tell us about the energy level around him when you sit just beside him or sit in front of him, talking to him.
I have seen him working for hours together, some 15, 17, 18 hours in a day. And he's meeting prime ministers, he's meeting president. At the same time, he's meeting all those people who are in prison. From every, strata of society, he's meeting people. And he's always so much of energy, so much of enthusiasm that he says this, that life is love, life is joy, life is enthusiasm. And he exemplifies this line. That is what I have noticed.
Gurudev's visits will be as from 3rd till 7th of September. Tell us about the preparation you people are doing right now.
Yeah, as I said, we are very excited. The whole Mauritius is very excited. We are getting so many phone calls from everywhere. People from outside also coming, because they just heard that Mauritius Gurudev is coming. People from South Africa, people from Botswana, people from Mozambique. I know so many people from Europe, all of them are coming to meet him here. So yes, we have to prepare a lot, but when you are excited, when you are here for a cause, you don't get tired. So in all excitement, we are doing everything with a big smile. That's the difference. You work, but then you get tired. Here we work and we get more energy. That's what the magic is all about.
Anything you're expecting, like what the impact is going to be on the Mauritian society after Gurudev's visit?
When so many people, they are committed to peace, from macro happens. From small, something big happens. When so many people are committed to peace and they're working for peace, that has to reflect in the society over the time. That's how change happens in a positive way. Yeah, and I'm sure that's going to happen. It has already started and will maybe shift gears after this.
Like you just said that Gurudev's teachings are for the whole Mauritian society, for the whole people, the whole world. But still we see that there are so many wars, fights, hatred among people. Why is it so when we have such a great personality living in this world right now?
Yeah. That's why we are needed. That's why we need, as I said, that's why we need to be more committed. We talk about peace, but we need to understand that people who are spreading hatred, people who are spreading violence, as I said, Gurudev says, behind every culprit, there is a victim crying for help. They are also victim. because that's how they have been trained. That's how the knowledge for them is there. We have to change this culture of violence. The pride that we have in violence, the pride that we get in anger, it has to be shifted to pride in peace, pride in happiness. It is said a small child, he smiles around 300 times, 200 times in a day. The same child grows up, becomes a teenager. He gets a lot, but the smile doesn't increase. It is said a teenager smiles for what? 17 times in a day. The same teenager gets a job, gets money and everything, and then he doesn't smile maybe. And if somebody else is smiling many times, he says, why are you smiling? So the smile has to become cheaper. The anger has to become costlier once in a while. But for that to happen, the stress has to be handled. And we need, as I said again and again, some tools, some techniques. That's why Gurudev talks a lot about meditation. We can just say, you be happy, but it doesn't happen. We can say, oh, I should be positive, but it doesn't happen. We say, I should not get angry, but it doesn't happen. If you do these techniques, these practices, and I have personally seen Gurudev Sudarshan Kriya, the famous the sky technique, I have seen in my own life and so many people around the world. When they do Sudarshan Kriya, the tendency of violence goes down, the tendency of peace increases, smile they increase. So of course, as I said, a lot has happened, but a lot has to be done. And we need people like you, like me, and like I'm sure so many other people who want to have this come together and work in a sync.
One very important question, Akhilesh, for those people who are watching us right now. We are living a very happy life with our happy family moment, children, wife or husband and all. But still, there are some people, they are scared of changing their comfort zone. They like their comfort zone. They are scared that I might be entering a sect, a group, my lifestyle will change. Do you have any special message for them?
If you are breathing, and breathing is not a lifestyle, breathing is a necessity.
Okay.
Having a happy mind is not a cult, it's a necessity. Having a positive attitude is not a group, it's a necessity, it's a part of your life. And that's why the name is there, the art of life, art of living. So if you want to be happier, if you want to be a better version of your own self, I have seen so many people, they achieve a lot outside, but they're very stressed. And there are people, they're very relaxed outside, but they do nothing. None of them, according to me, is of any use. The winning combination is to have an inside harmony, which can be reflected outside as dynamic, effective action. And that is all that art of living is all about. And that's why I said 188 countries across the world, right from North Pole to South Pole. Everywhere you will find people, the volunteers, who are so committed to spread peace. Any problem happens, we are there to help people. Yeah, whether it's mental, whether it's emotional, whether it is anything outside. We are working, our volunteers are working in Iraq to make the place a better place. We are working a lot in Ukraine when the fight started. We are working a lot in India, the different parts of India. I talked about Colombia just now. So the only thing that we are here for is to make this world a better place, both individually as a person and both as a society. And if that is a sect, then I don't know. It's the best sect to be in, I guess.
Both are the places, the inner world, the outer world.
Both sides, yes.
So we come to the end of our program, but before going, any special message to our viewers watching right now?
I will say just come, let's join, let's celebrate life. Celebrate this happiness. Yeah. And you see what happens. Come and experience, as I said, as always we say, right? That experience speaks louder than the words. Yeah, so come join us. You have a golden opportunity. After 18 years, Gurudev is coming. There's so many people coming from across the world. You are in Mauritius. Come and join us.
Gurudev is going to meet the Mauritian people, Mauritian society at the SVICC on the 5th, right?
On the 4th. 4th, evening 6 o'clock.
So are we going to have a special meditation session with Gurudev?
All up to him, but I hope so. I am sure. Otherwise, his presence is there. He will be talking knowledge. He might also take some questions from public, if they want to ask anything. So they can ask questions to Gurudev and he will answer live to them there if they have something. So all that is there in the cards. Come and join us.
Yeah, before going, you were talking about the Sudarshan Kriya. I would like to know more about Sudarshan Kriya before going.
Everything has a rhythm. Your body has a rhythm. You wake up at some time, you sleep at some time, you eat at some time, particular time. One day if you sleep late, wake up early, the whole day you feel, I'm not fresh enough. Everything has a cycle. Your body also is a cycle, your mind also is a cycle. When it goes out of cycle because of stress, all the disease, whether it's mental, physical or emotional, your health goes for a toss. Sudarshan Kriya, as we say in Su means Sundar, beautiful, good. Darshan means vision, Kriya is the process. A process, a practical technique to have a good vision of your own self. Removing the stress. And what is beautiful, for example, if you're wearing gold, the nature of gold is to shine. But if some dust comes, it doesn't shine. It doesn't mean that it's not gold, it's still gold. What we need to do is just remove the garbage, remove the dust, and then it will shine back. Like that. No, there's some stress somewhere in the subconscious level or maybe even outside that you can understand. Because of that, that shining has gone many times for many of us at some point of time. We need to wash it off. And that is exactly what Sudarshan Kriya is. Remove the stress and become a better version of your own self. In a very practical manner. The emotional health, the physical health, and a better mental health.
Sudarshan Kriya means once we practice only once Sudarshan Kriya, we are peaceful, or it's a continuous process. We have to.
Of course, you'll be peaceful, but like if you take bath, you need to take bath again. Yeah, if you brush your teeth, you need to brush your teeth again and again. Like that. If you do once, of course, it will help you a lot. But if you practice it daily, and it's such a very short time, some 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It's like the way you have your dental hygiene every day, having a mental hygiene and emotional hygiene for your own self. Yeah, so the more you do, the better it is. And I have personal experience. When I was in my college, I was a engineering student, and when I did Sudarshan Kriya regularly, it helped me a lot in my career, a lot in my relationship, a lot in my job. Yeah, everywhere I could see a difference, because it is said the quality of your life is dependent on the state of your mind. So when your state of mind is better, the quality of your life in every aspect becomes better. Yeah, so that's where Sudarshan Kriya becomes a very important part.
Akhilesh ji, you've come in our program to talk about the visit of Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji in Mauritius. That will be as from 3rd till 7th of September. Thank you very much for all these insightful teachings.
Thanks a lot.
Looking forward.
Looking forward to see you all there, and all of your viewers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.